Hello, everyone. My name is Swamp. Ryan Webb, a white councilman in Indiana, now identifies as a woman of color. And, of course, we here at this channel support anyone who decides to live as their true selves. So, before we jump into this amazing story, here is a before and after transition for our friend Ryan Webb. Beautiful and brave. Beautiful and brave. Of course, I have to mention that Elijah Schaffer was identifying as a black gay woman back in, I think it was 2018 or 2019, something like that. So really, he's ripping this off from Elijah Schaffer. Just had to say that. But anyway, here is a clip that has been going viral from a local news network talking about this obvious troll from this guy, Ryan Webb. But they kind of don't know what to make of it. They're not sure if they're allowed to call this out or what, but it certainly makes for some good television.
A councilman is coming out as transgender and a woman of color. Delaware County Councilman Ryan Webb announced that he now identifies as an Indian American woman. Since that announcement, he's received some support, but a lot of backlash, many calling him childish, despicable, even calling for things like execution. In a statement Webb gave to ITMate, he says, quote, "It is unfortunate that I cannot simply be given the same space and respect to explore my identity that so many of those targeting me demand for themselves. It's possible I may change my mind down the road. The process of identity exploration is complex, and oftentimes at the end of our personal journey, we end right back where we started." Webb goes on to tell ITMate this is just his true, authentic self.
Now, of course, I completely support Ryan Webb's transition. It would be bigoted not to, which is something that they just can't quite figure out. They know that this is absurd and they know that he's trolling them, but they can't quite rationalize what it is that they're upset about. Because basically all they can say is he's faking it, which, yes, he is. Why aren't you? Why doesn't the same logic apply to you? Aren't you faking it? Because we're supposed to just take people's word for it. But while I was looking for clips of this to see what else was out there, I came across what I think might be the single greatest source of content for this channel going forward. This is a real thing called Queer News Tonight. This is real.
Tonight on the world's first live daily queer evening news show.
Tonight's news about the gay community and the news from an LGBTQ perspective. Are our gay stories important to you? In headlines, politics, entertainment, gay culture, travel, religion, and more. Reported by respected anchors.
Out of the closet and into the headlines on Q News Tonight.
How have I not found this before? Apparently it's been around for 3 years, and wow. If that doesn't seem like a bit satire, I don't know. Apparently it's real. And Queer News Tonight, or Q News, I think they've probably abandoned that. Are they aware of QAnon? I mean, Q News, that sounds like something they'd want to get away from. Anyway, Queer News Tonight has some coverage of this amazing Ryan Webb person coming out as a transgender woman of color. And I'm telling you, I cannot believe that this is a real thing. Queer News Tonight.
Indiana councilman mocks trans community. Quote, "I identify as a woman of color." Community members showed up in force at the Delaware County Council meeting Tuesday, and most who spoke were demanding Ryan Webb resign as a member of the council following his declaration on Facebook earlier this month that he identifies as a woman of color. Charlize Jameson, a transgendered female, addressing the council saying, quote, "I know better. We all do. I know better because of his history of making hateful anti-trans statements on social media and disrespecting one's pronouns. He has purposefully and intentionally misgendered me. That is not something transgender people do to one another." End of quote.
Man, this guy has the charisma of a damp rag. I mean, God. This is real. This looks more like a bit from, an SNL type show where this is supposed to be showing like public access television from like, the 90s or something in a queer way, queer news. But you notice is this whole thing with this Ryan Webb guy, they actually are having to explain why they think that this person isn't transgender, which is just hilarious. Well, he misgendered me. A real trans person wouldn't do that. Man, you are just missing the point here completely, aren't you?
She also went on to say that Webb was being disingenuous and his words embarrassed the county council too. Webb and the rest of the council sat silently as a parade of people addressed the elected officials, showing various degrees of disappointment and anger, each speaking for about 3 minutes as allowed by council rules. Students who demand action by Burris Laboratory School also spoke at the meeting. 6 students approached the podium and demanded Webb's resignation, with one student saying people like Webb make the process of figuring out who one is even more difficult. Later, Webb told the Star Press that the people who spoke against him had a right to voice their concerns, but he wishes they would step back and realize they are perpetuating hate, intolerance, and bigotry towards him. I think that's called projection.
Oh, man, look at the panel.
And irony.
Look at the panel.
Stupidity. I mean, we see that on a daily basis in current politics. They blast and blast and blast, and we're the ones being the bad guys. So
the masses are turning around the conversation and making it that they're the victim as opposed to the one that's on the attack.
But listen, this ignorance, this is a really ugly example of the ignorance in the heterosexual community.
Why does this person's hat say snack daddy? I have so many questions about this.
Conservative.
And I don't think I'm ever going to get any answers
their
that are
ignorance will be like, oh,
that are any good.
Trans identifies as trans. They look like a man, or they look like a woman. They don't look like whatever they're choosing to claim to be, right? But they don't understand the whole conversation.
Right.
So they don't understand the transition period. They don't understand, but that's the ignorance.
Right.
You understand? He's like, hey, I'm a trans woman of color. Just let me be. Let me be. Don't attack me.
they think it's just a pronoun rather than a feeling and a reality. And
Or it's a person.
They know what it is.
They know.
I would call him a troll, but that's an insult.
What an absolute clown show this is. It is just remarkable to watch these people have to wrestle with this type of thing and try to rationalize how it's about a feeling, not just a pronoun. What does that even mean? That is nonsense. How did we ever get to this point? Oh my God.
To trolls, because trolls are cute little things with funky hair that goes up and,
I like
and all
gnomes
that.
more than
Is that gnomes?
No, gnomes are different.
Okay, that's fine.
no,
Yeah,
the troll.
Cute hats and
Yeah, okay,
The troll is the cute little ugly thing that has hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to the cute little ugly thing that's bald. But But no, these to a certain extent are my people. I lived in Delaware County for 4 years. That is where Ball State University is.
Okay.
So I attended there 1990 to 1995. And this is pretty much on brand. I mean, it's not even like a liberal, like Muncie, Indiana. That's the main city where the college is in Delaware.
Okay. We can't actually watch this whole thing. But I can guarantee you there will be more videos from talking about this channel on the live shows and in videos in general, because this is a gold mine. An absolute gold mine. All right, guys, my name is Swamp. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, comment saying that I can't believe that you would support this obvious hate monger and his fake transition. I don't know. Just watch some more queer news. I have no idea. What is even going on anymore? I'll see you guys next time.